What's going on? Welcome to Shred Gaming, and today we're going to talk about what we can expect from the next ProjectL development update. And hey, real quick, I just wanted to share with you a goal of mine. So not only do I want this channel to grow on YouTube, I would actually like to be a part of the League Partner Program. And in order for me to be eligible for that, I need to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 5,000 concurrent viewers in the past 30 days. I know I'm small and I'm just growing right now, but I do have goals. I'm a goal-oriented person, and I'd like to get there, and I'd really like to get there so I can get insider information and updates to provide better content for you guys. So please help me get there. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Now let's get after it. So in the previous dev update, Tom and Tony Cannon informed us that they are going to be back one more time before the end of the year with one more update. And so as the end of the year approaches and the Game Awards on the horizon, I believe based off of the previous dev updates and the development cycles of other Riot games, we can know when to expect a dev update and what can we expect from it. So first off, when can we expect the development update? Well, Riot usually does its own thing, and rarely if ever do they make updates or announcements outside of Riot specific events. For instance, Valorant, that was in development since 2014 under the codename ProjectA, wasn't teased until October of 2019, around the time of the League of Legends 10-year anniversary. Also, Legends of Runeterra, that was in development since 2017, was also officially announced at the 10-year anniversary in October of 2019. So I think they systematically give this information, but it's never at other people's events. It's usually at or around their own events or around other events, but it's on their own time. For instance, the last dev update was the week of Evo. So I would expect the next dev update sometime around the Game Awards, but not at the Game Awards themselves. If not, then I would expect it sometime around Christmas time. So now what to expect. But before I get into what to expect, I think I should decipher what not to expect. And the one thing I can tell you that we're not going to get is a release date. So Riot Games is not only good about keeping things quiet, but also really good about giving their devs enough time and resources to create and complete a good game. So in the recent interview with Ghostcrawler, he went in depth of what it's like to be the lead dev on a Riot game, especially since he's working on the new MMO that they're developing. He also described dates and deadlines and allocating resources. And he basically said that they give you the time that you need within reason and the money that you need within reason. However, it doesn't seem that they have hard deadlines, but they definitely have goals. But if you look at Valorant, it was in development since 2014 and wasn't released until 2020, but they didn't give us a release date until about a month before the game was actually released. With Legends of Runeterra, the game has been in development since 2017. It was actually fully released the end of April of 2020 with 3 betas in between there, but they didn't actually announce when they were releasing the game until early April. With that, we're definitely not getting a release date in the next development update. However, I expect us to get a release date at least 1 or 2 months prior to the actual release date itself. So now what can we expect from the next dev update? So believe it or not, in the 2 update videos and corresponding blog posts given to us from Riot, we've actually been given a ton of information about the game. If you haven't read the blog posts, I'll link them in the description below, and I highly recommend that you go and read those. So in the first 2 update videos, we learned what type of fighting game ProjectL is going to be, their easy to learn, hard to master approach so it can be fun and rewarding for all skill levels. The game will be free to play, and probably the most important part, their rollback netcode and their internal network Riot Direct. Online gameplay is where gaming is now, and it's where it's going to be in the future. So this was huge for anyone who plays online, whether it be casually or competitively. So with that, in the next development update, I think for one, we're definitely going to get official name. The game has been in development since 2016 when Riot acquired Radiant Entertainment, and yes, they probably had a setback due to unforeseen circumstances due to a virus in 2020. So yeah, they probably got set back a little bit, but I can imagine by now they probably have a set name. The second thing, and this is a little bit more 50-50, is the closed beta test date. I would imagine by now they definitely have their core mechanics down. They at least have 6 to 8 characters completely set. I would have figured by now that we could at least get our hands on the game, and for them they can at least get a beta test in so that they can work out some of the bugs and things that need to be worked out in the game. And the third thing I can expect us to see is the game's core mechanics. In the previous update video, they explained to us that they were almost completely done with the core mechanics of the game and that they are moving on to character development. So I kind of expect to see the resources that are going to be used in the game, such as bars or meters. Is it going to be using cooldowns and mana, or is each character going to have its unique version or blend of that? I kind of expect to see how the tag assist is going to work, and also what the user interface is going to look like as well. And the last two things is characters. In the previous updates, we've seen Katarina and Alawi, but we haven't actually got to see them be played. A little bit of Katarina on screen, but that's just like a few seconds. I expect in the next one that they would actually show us gameplay of Katarina and Alawi. And if you haven't read the blog on how they develop characters, I highly recommend you go read that. They have this DNA approach, which stands for designer, narrative writer, and concept of animation artists. It's a very unique approach in which they look at characters, figure out what their design is going to be, what their gameplay is going to be, and how they can be written into the game. And the last thing is at least 1, if not 2 character reveals. I think there's going to be 2 more character reveals, at least like little snippets of them, but I do expect at least 1 more character reveal in the next development update. And so yeah, guys, that's what I'm expecting from the next development update, but I want to hear what you guys think, so please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you expect in the next development update, and realistically what you think it's going to be in there. Until next time, shred out.